Hello, everyone. You're welcome once again to your favorite program, Pen Spot, a Farm TV Politics, a program where we'll bring you updates, where we'll take you into trends, where we'll bring you leaders that you may know their thoughts and ideology. Don't forget, Pen Spot is the environment. Pen Spot is the show. We want to hear your voices. We want to pick up the pain. We want to heal the nation. Just sit tight today. Even as you share this link, comment, because your comment, your reactions are important, and you like the buttons. Today is going to be very deep and profound because of the caliber of guests we have in the house. Just sit tight as we roll on today. Yeah, you are welcome back. It's going to be my pleasure to introduce a wonderful person we have as a guest today to dive into the state of the nation and then the brouhaha around the ADC, the NDC, the APC issues. I mean, this is where you just have to get the best of it. And then the person we have here is a professional, a medical doctor by profession, a technocrat, and then who is in politics, because today he will tell us why he came into politics. We welcome Dr. Eze Benjamin as our guest today. Doc, you are welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's my pleasure to have you.
I'm also happy.
Well, Doctor, before we move, we would like to know you better. So who is Dr. Eze Benjamin?
Dr. Eze Benjamin is a medical practitioner based in Lagos. I have two hospitals, one in mainland and one in island of Lagos State. I'm a general practitioner.
A medical general practitioner.
Yeah.
What are you doing in political circle?
That's a very, very tricky one. Anyway, in politics, man is a political human being. But most of the time we shy away and we think that we are doing ourselves the best. Even as a child of God, I'm in politics because I believe that is the right thing to do. Because we need to get people that have the character, the capacity, the integrity to be here. Politics supposed to be well defined by character, personality, integrity, and intelligence. And that's why I came into politics for that.
So that means the likes of Dr. Eze Benjamin is pushing to change the narrative, because it's just a popular saying that politics is dirty. That's what we say here in Nigeria. So people of your type, you want to come and introduce decency, integrity into the Nigerian political circle. How possible do you think that would be, considering the fact that even our National Assembly today, you know what it is, that most of the people you see in the assembly there, most of them have some EFCC issues. And then you see how, thuggery, the degree of thuggery, snatching ballot boxes and all of that, how murky the water of Nigerian politics, is. You see it as an easy task or a doable task to change the terrain?
To change the terrain cannot be done by one person. I've been around political circles for a long, long time. I decided to delve into it properly in 2023 or 22 when I saw the profile of Mr. P2B. It's not because he's an Igbo man. No, that does not mean, because there are many Igbo men that have ventured in politics, but they didn't move me a meat. Mm-hmm. So I looked at him and said, this man has this profile. That means we have somebody to look up to. That's why I decided that somebody like me that have the capacity and intelligence and wisdom and the capacity and the capability to be around political circle should be there also, so that like mind can be able to team together to bring out the best in Nigeria. So that's why.
Okay, Doc, if I heard you well, one of the things you want to bring to the table is purity.
Purity, yeah.
You felt that Nigerian politics can be purified.
Good.
We can divorce, those elements
Yeah.
that have polluted the circle.
Yes.
All right, you made mention of somebody, Mr. Gregory P2B.
Yeah.
And then by the news we're having today, he just left your party to NDC. And you are the state secretary of ADC. So as he left your party to another party, what is your stand? Will you be in NDC, in ADC, then you support him in NDC, or do you push for the superiority of your party? Because they say party is superior in Nigeria. So what do you do?
No, thank you very much. Mr. Peter Gregory Obi and Kwankwaso moved out of ADC. It's because of, by personal conviction, that's why they have to move. And I don't hold any grudge about that. It's proper when you are not comfortable with the internal democracy or dynamics that play in a party, you can move. So their movement is something that is glorious. They have to move to where they are comfortable. We can't hold them spellbound down in our party. I wish them well wherever they move to. And we always support them if they are doing well and they have the upper hand. We always support them to do the best because we know they have integrity and capacity to do the work.
Okay, but do you think that movement was orchestrated by His Excellency Peter Obi's fear of being beaten in the primaries, as is being speculated all over the place? Because right there in that circle, you have His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, who has never lost any primaries since he has started contesting. He will always emerge, even though he hasn't won before, but he will always beat in the primaries. You have Rotimi Amechi, who is also considered to be a heavyweight. Already Rabiu Kwankwaso and P2B, they're in the same camp, so I'm not counting him right now, all right? So do you think it's the fear of losing primaries election that prompted their movement? Or do you think it's because of a genuine push, for internal democracy, a genuine push for Nigerian democracy, and then a genuine push to gun for national leadership?
I may not be able to know what is their motive of movement, but can I assure you they must have done their calculation well to know where they need to be at a particular point in time, because there are many interplays of power and dynamics of situation or condition that will bring about such a high-profile movement, because they have invested so much in the party, and for them to move, they must have done their calculation well. So I will not be in their mind to know what they move for and why they move. But as I said before, we wish them well because we expect them to do well wherever they go.
But in your own opinion, sir, you think it's right for political personalities to, move from one party to the other? Because I think that parties should have ideology. There should be ideological trend for every political party, even though that could be like it's missing in Nigeria right now. But do you think, in your own view, that it speaks well of a political personality to be moving from party to party, within a short space of time?
To be sincere with you, my brother, the political parties in Nigeria does not have any really identified ideology. They are not really ideological, and they're not, most of them does not believe in their ideological tenets. So we are going to get to that point where political parties are defined by clear ideological terms. So now it's beholds on personal ideology. Like P2B have Obi movement, and this movement, his ideology is defined in his movements. This Obi movement, obedient movement. Yeah, it's defined there. So when you have such a movement and you came into a party and you see that you are not gaining ground the way you're supposed to, you move. You can move. So the ideologies of the party are almost similar in every dimension in Nigeria. So we have not had clear, defined ideology. Even APC is not following anything that is likened to their own ideology. They don't practice it. So there's no party that have a very defined ideology in Nigeria.
So, Doctor, do you foresee what I'm foreseeing? A situation where people in ADC could be voting a candidate they love in another party? Because that's where I'm trying to foresee. It almost played out that way in 2023 election, where people in PDP voted the Labour Party candidate. Because I'm saying this thing because of my own friends in PDP. I know that 2023 election, they did not vote their candidate. They voted P2B, like they told me. And then in this 2027, P2B haven't cleared, the effect, his effect in ADC is still there. His effect, I watched the conventions. I was in Abuja during APC convention. I came around also to observe the ADC convention. And then I saw the mammoth crowd there. And they were just chanting, Obi Kwankwaso, Obi Kwankwaso. I mean, it's like it was just an Obi Kwankwaso thing. Now that he has left the ADC, do you see, is it possible that every other person will leave the ADC, or a situation where people may remain in ADC, but yet give their votes to him?
Anyway, in 2003, as you have rightly said, such inter-party voting occurred. People were voting personalities. And you can't counter that, because even we that are custodian of the party, we can't hold anybody spellbound not to follow his conscience. But what we know is that we have advised our followers that they should remain where they are. They can vote their conscience anytime they want. That's what we advise.
Wow.
People remain where they are. So you can vote your conscience whenever you want. But you have to reason well before you do that. Thank you.
Dr. Eze, not as a politician right now, but as a true Nigerian who is, viewing things from, unbiased perspective, do you think Nigerian democracy is working?
Thank you very much. I have to reason well, because this democracy we are seeing, we are thinking it's not moving forward the way we started it. Because the growth of democracy in Nigeria is measured with the development of the economy and the country. So it's not growing the way we expect it. We thought that by now we should have a well-defined democracy without rancor, without sentiments, without tribalism, without religion. But now we have gone through all those things that we have to before, and we have added sectionalism, nepotism. Even have gone to, some people have started practicing politics like a cultism, and which is very bad. So, and you see, in the House of Assembly you mentioned before, and other governments status. Now, people begin to move into politics based not on to come and do any work for the people. It's just to protect their interests. A criminal steals money from people, 419, or from government. He runs and takes senatorial zone ticket or House of Rep ticket, or even House of Assembly, just to go there to hide for immunity. Some people, some drop barrels, because they have money, they can buy over some influences and enter House of Rep or senatorial tickets. They can enter to the Senate. So we're having people that are deformed in character, People that you can't call honorable being honored. People that you can't call excellent being excellency. So that's what we're having today. That's where our democracy is in danger. That's why people like us came in to see whether we can be able to encourage other people to come in and see what we can do to salvage this country. But before you come in, you should know a clear, defined path of your coming in. So you don't come in because of the money. You don't. It's not that you do good work and you're not rewarded. You're not going to be poor as far as I'm concerned as a politician. But you don't come basically because of the money. You come because you have to help to make this country work and make it a better place. That's why. So I encourage other people to come in so that we can survey this country and take it to the next level and take the democracy with better ideology and well institutionalized system that will help the society to grow and democratic institutions to thrive because we're not thriving as a democracy in this country. Thank you very much.
Wow, Doctor, this has been amazing. Viewers, we just have to go on commercial break, but don't forget that you are still on Pain Spot on Farm TV Politics. In Pain Spot, we give you platforms where your voices are heard, we pick up the pain in the society, and we heal the nation. Bishop James Okocha made my name, and we'll be right back. Don't forget to share, to comment, and to like. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome back. I'm still on this show with Dr. Eze Benjamin, a medical practitioner. And don't forget, this is still Pain Spot, your Farm TV politics, where we bring you opinions of political leaders. We want you to know who your leaders are, their opinion, and then you make your own comments. We still go on with the show as I take Doctor to a very important question. Doctor, you joined politics, you joined ADC. Why didn't you join APC?
My brother, it's not that I love being in the opposition. It's just that I have to tell myself the truth. I have to consider the suffering of the masses in Nigeria today before I can make my move. If APC is doing well, I would have joined APC. There's nothing, I have any problem with anybody. They have people in APC. But when APC is not doing well, will I join a party that is not doing well to become a loser or one of the people that killed this country? I want to build a country. I'm not talking of what I will gain. I want to be, when I go out of this world, I'll be remembered as one of the builders of this nation. That's why I have to join ADC.
But Doctor, it will surprise you that the same people, most of the people you have in ADC, they were foundational members of APC. For example, Atiku Abubakar, Rotimi Amechi, Kwankwaso. Most of the people we have in this ADC came from APC. In fact, Senator David Mark was in PDP. We accused PDP to have run down the nation, and then we moved to APC. APC has, done DS, and then the same crop of people moved down to ADC. What makes you think that under ADC they can do things differently? Their orientation, has anything been done about it? What makes you think that whatever they did in ADC or in APC, that they will not repeat same thing in ADC?
Most of them left all this party because of changing ideology. Because when you are a founding member of a party and you are founding with clear ideology and clear mind to see things work, and a charlatan just entered there and spoiled everything and mesmerize everybody, and you see yourself asking yourself, is this what I entered for? Is this what I believe? You have to sit down and ask yourself, because if I am them, I will ask myself that question and I will not be there. Instead of to be in the midst of spoilers, I rather take my leave. That's how I do my things. So that instead of me standing your way to spoil and be a victim, I rather leave and go and set up a system that will fight.
Yeah, Doctor, one of the principal members of your party was a vice president. And then while he was a vice president, the power issue was there. And there is nothing anybody can point and say, this is exactly, what these people contributed to helping us come out of, this darkness that Nigeria has been known for and all of that. And behold, he is going to be the president of Nigeria. Like Obi has left, and most likely he could be the one that will click to the ticket. How could ADC also be presenting to us a man, who we might not be very proud, of his yesterday antecedent, in this leadership? Because if at all that these very characters have Nigeria, at heart, things wouldn't be where they are today. So how would you convince us that we will get a better leadership, that there will be a proof in insecurity? You are a medical, professional, and you know that a few days ago, a girl died in Abuja because of snake bite. Rushed to hospital, snake bite. Hospital could not respond, to such minor challenge, and we lost her. So it is obvious that in your own sector, no improvement, nothing has been done. No hope is being renewed in medical sector. And most of the people that have been there before, you want to recycle them and give them back to us. And then are you boldly and proudly supporting, certain characters that I see in ADC today to take over the helm of affairs of Nigeria?
Anything that comes from anywhere now is better than what you have now. I must tell you. Okay. Obasanjo regime, is it worse than Ahmed Tinubu regime? You can answer that for your point. Is it worse? APC have taken us to the dark ages. If we have stuck with what we have with Obasanjo regime and the Yar'Adua regime, we would have moved forward. But what are we having? APC took us back to the dark ages, and we are singing outdated national anthem today. It's not backwardness. So if APC is not backwardness as a party, that the identity is backwardness, nobody will give a hood. We'll say, okay, we are moving stepwisely. Life today is worse than what it used to be. Everything today is worse than what it used to be. That's total backwardness. So even if you have to recycle the old one, let them start where they stop. At least if they are crawling, we that will take over, we can start walking. They that will take over from us can start running. They that will take over from those, we can start flying. But not when you reset the clock back to dark ages and you say we should keep quiet. That's the problem. It's a stark problem and it's annoying.
Doctor, does it bother you by tomorrow your party stand a chance of being deregistered?
Deregistered?
Yes.
In this country?
Yes.
Nothing like that happens. Nothing like that happens. It can never happen.
So in case it happens?
How can it happen? There's no room for that. Maybe APC want to stand alone in the ballot. Can it happen? Do you think it happen in this country, in this world?
But okay, from the trend of things, it's already almost
Let
happened.
them try it. Let them try it. ADC must be in the ballot. I don't know of other party.
You beat your chest to this?
I beat my chest to this. If they are fighting Obi have left self. So I don't know who they are fighting the ADC. Obi left it for them. Okay, let you people continue your fight. So we are watching. But I beat my chest and tell you that all our candidates must be in the ballot. They must be on the ballot, and nothing will happen. Thank you.
Okay, but I doubt if ADC has that national spread.
What are you talking?
Probably it is this, this coalition thing, that is really giving ADC this advantage, so to say, that they're enjoying today. Because if I can remember, it's only Abejide from Kogi State. That's the only person that the party has ever produced, at the national legislative.
They don't need to have national spread before they start acting as a big party. You attested to what happened at the convention in Abuja. The momentous crowd, even against all odds. The party in the lips of every Nigeria today, we have not even started election already. And we are having ADC in the lips of everybody. And it cannot go away. It cannot be wished away. Because Nigerians have embraced ADC. Even with the exit of Obi and Kwankwanzo, it may cease to bring about the exit of some people, but the core of the party still remain, and we are very, very strengthened. We are very, very solid and positioned to win our elections.
Okay, Doctor, you know why this Pen Sport Farm TV politics, why we push it? It's a platform where we bring leaders, and after politics, we hold them accountable. It's a platform where we want to hear what leaders will say so that we can make references. Now, I want to ask you, your party, what are you going to do differently in insecurity? What are you going to do differently in economy? What, as it stands today, sir, life expectancy of Nigerians are 54, the least in the world. People are dying everywhere, every day.
I'm a doctor, you don't have to tell me that.
So you know better, you should know that better. So what is your party going to do for Nigerians, that will help to improve the state of living in this nation, especially in the angle of insecurity, in the angle of health and economy?
Let me tell you, all these things are fabricated conditions that are laid on Nigeria. Insecurity is something that will not take our government up to 6 months to deal with. This is not a serious matter. We should be talking of something like economy, because you have to have serious foundation for economic growth. You want to have economic growth, have this a serious foundation. This light issue should be tackled with, should be dealt with. I was the other day analyzing this light issue with somebody. I said, these people that went to solve the light issue did not know what they are doing. There's transmission, there's distribution, and there's step down for you to get it in your house. What is step down? When you have the transformers. So you stop the vendors, you get enough transformers to houses. Most of the time you hear that we are generating around about 3.5 to 4 kVA and megawatts, and the national grid is collapsed. So why should we not stop, or what causes the collapse of the national grid? Nobody have found a solution. I told you, we will start to maximize what we produce. First of all, you have to think sharply and smartly. Start by maximizing what you produce. You are producing 3.5. You should be able to distribute 3.5 constantly, not with any interruption. Do that first before you say you are going to produce more. You don't run and produce 10,000 and you cannot even distribute it regularly. That's a colossal failure also.
Dr. Benjamin, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu gave us this promise. His campaign team gave us this analysis while he was gunning for presidency in 2023. In fact, in his word, he said, if I don't give you light, he said, don't vote for me. Yeah? He said, in fact, he promised Nigerians, and he based his re-election on power availability. He said, if I don't give you light, don't vote for me. And today he's campaigning. Today he couldn't give us light. And today he's also campaigning. And you know that this is a character of an average politician. Is there any mechanism you can use to hold the ADC leader or president responsible if he makes promises and your party makes analysis and you still go there and do the same thing that is happening right now? How would what is there any parameter to holding that ADC president accountable? Is there anyone?
In the first place, what's the antecedent of the person that promised you light? Does he know what is light? If somebody can promise you light and is putting solar in his office, doesn't you tell you that that person does not have any antecedents to do good? Have he kept any of his promises? Does he care for common man? He's a bourgeoisie, and he has always been. Bourgeoisie, what they do is to make sure few are comfortable while others suffer, and they're happy about it. So when a bourgeoisie comes to power, that's how he operates. So that he promises you does not mean that he knows what he's going to do. Doesn't have any blueprint to what he's going to do. Never just come and say, fuel subsidy, gone, no plan. Light, I'm going to give you light, no plan. Don't you see the way I was analyzing? That's when we are saying intellectuals coming to the government. I was analyzing that there's production, there's distribution, there's a step down to your house. So you should not be killing yourself about production. Make sure that this distribution is constant. You start acting systematically. Anything that is bringing about, because it has been a perennial problem, anything that is bringing about collapse in the national grid should be dealt with permanently. Because if national grid can collapse at 3.5 megawatt production, I'm saying at 10 it will be collapsing every minute. Let me say 10 it cannot carry 10. So why you should be smart. So the man does not know anything. He was not coming there to do anything. He will go to some of the this thing, what do you call it, campaign program, and say he want to dance. Okay, that's the dancing president. He will come and tell you that this is my turn, and that's his turn. Turn that does not have any measured program and dimension. He went to Charlatan House, answer your question, you are passing to El-Rufai that is not even in your in your cabinet. So what are you expecting? You have no blueprint on what you want to do. If you don't have any intellectual around him, you have only sycophants. Those yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes,
doctor, but you know an APC person will sound differently.
Well, what will he sound differently? Because he's a yes sir man. I'm not a yes sir man. I challenge my guys. I say, no, this one cannot be done. We have to put it. The other day we are talking of, okay, do we move or we don't move? We have to put it on the table. Everybody challenge, everybody talk. We now give reasons why we shouldn't move. We should stay where we are and nothing will happen.
And follow your conscience.
And follow our conscience.
Okay, doctor, before I bring the program to a closure, I want to hear your general view on the state of the nation, and then the solution hereby you can, offer, and then your party can offer, and then your advice, your word of encouragement, beyond your party lines, and then just Nigerians as well, because the truth of the matter is that Nigerians are hopeless at this point. We cannot trust.
Thank you for using that word.
Yeah, any leader anymore.
Yeah.
We don't trust any leader anymore. Patriotism has died.
Yes.
People might not even come to vote because patriotism has died. So, what's your wrap up view of the state of the nation, and then your advice?
My advice and view first is that failure to take action, failure to come and vote, failure to participate in this politics. Everybody should be involved. Failure, you don't have anybody to blame. You don't have anybody to blame because some of us that have children outside of the country, we are participating because we want then to come back and enjoy the dividends of this country. This country is so rich, so blessed. So anybody that say it doesn't bother me, that person has said, I will not enjoy the good of the land. So it's your duty, civic duty, that you come out, participate in politics and vote. It's not a bad thing to participate. And it's a civic duty to vote. Everybody must participate in it. And there's hope. The hope is when you tell yourself the truth, participate, tell yourself the truth, not because of 1 cup of rice, and not because of 5,000 naira, which cannot take you one day and is finished. You have to tell yourself the truth, come out to vote. Don't worry, now we have to do better and stay and defend our votes. And we will encourage all the politicians to make sure they put adequate security to defend the votes the people cast for them. And I tell you the fact, APC government threw us in this. So once APC is gone, all this problem will be resolved. Especially if our party picks the ticket to be in the Aso Rock and other places. I assure you there's no problem. We sort this out within a short period of time. Thank you very much.
So in the words of Dr. Eze, once APC is gone, the problems in Nigeria are gone.
Have solved.
Wow, amazing.
They are the problems. They are the problems.
Thank you, Doctor.
They are the problems. They brought all these problems to us.
Wow.
Once they are gone,
wow,
our problems are gone.
Wow, it's been a nice time.
And we'll start and we'll move forward.
It's been a nice time. We are...
Even if we are crawling, it's better
yes,
than to go back to dark ages when we are using lanterns. That's what we are using now. And people are using charcoal and firewood to cook.
Amazing. Doctor, thank you for coming. We had in this program Dr. Eze Benjamin, the State Secretary of the ADC
in Lagos.
In Lagos State, ADC Lagos State. And then he has given us updates and his views, on national issues. Don't forget, this is Pen Sport, a Farm TV politics program where we'll bring you, the mind of your leaders. In Pen Sport, we want to hear your voices. We want to identify the pain and we want to heal the nation. Bishop James Okocha remains my name. Just make sure you share this cast, you comment. We want it to be interactive. Your comments are very important. Your views are very important. And always make sure that you follow this page and respond to the things you see. Just remain tight. Till we come your way next time.